Hey YouTube, this is Nashtaters. Welcome back to Spender's Corner of War of the Visions. So without further ado, let's begin this video with my 4UR guaranteed summon. I'm going to be doing it on my phone, unfortunately. Last night I looked up a couple of apps on the iOS store to see if I can go ahead and mirror it, but unfortunately they're just not good. So what I'm going to do is unfortunately still do it, which I will show you what I've gotten from the summons. And then you can see the 4 things that I'm guaranteed. So there's going to be 2 units that are UR quality guaranteed and 2 units of vision cards guaranteed. Now I know Eldera is not in there, so I'm hoping for Kidofei myself, and pretty much I don't really care what the second unit is. I think when the 6 months anniversary hits, I'm going to be getting whichever unit that I don't get. So this is what I got. As you can see, the first one at 11 o'clock switch to a rainbow, and then you have a few other rainbows, and then we're gonna go from there. All right, here we go. So the first guaranteed UR vision card is 2-headed dragon, just in time for the raid. So I got Frederica, which was the vision card that I already have, and then the first 2 repeats was going to be Engelbert and the I think it was I don't remember the name, but the card right there is a repeat. And of course, a brand new unit, Lucia, has joined the team. Alright, now let's get further into the video. Alright, now that we got summoning sessions out of the way, let's talk about Spender's Corner. So, I think what I really want to do is talk about content from a spender's perspective. And as much as I want to keep going with 100% content on free-to-play, I realize there are a lot of supporters of this channel and a lot of supporters of the game that are actually spenders. So I think we'll do this as a mini-series to test how receptive people are of this specific content. Let's go back and show you what I got. Since actually, you know what? I want to challenge the community to help me out here. Help me out if you guys have some sort of application that will allow me to mirror my phone to be recorded on the computer. So in the future, the summoning session is going to be a little bit more visually appealing, right? You know, I still have to stick with the shove my phone into the camera situation. And I know that wasn't something people enjoyed watching during the augury summon video. But unfortunately, I couldn't find any good apps last night, and I tested them out and they weren't very good. And I don't think I really mind spending, but it needs to be good, because there's still apps out there that people spend money on and they're still terrible. So please, I challenge the community to perhaps help me out and get a nice application to mirror my iPhone onto my computer screen. All right, let's move on. I obviously got the 2-headed dragon, which would be a perfect time for the raid. And I got this 2nd Division of Kingdom Leonas as the 2nd vision card. Dex percentage up for the team, and then slash resistance. I think this is actually not too bad, right? Dex can help with accuracy, slash attack resistance is always needed. And then of course the 3rd card that I got was the Frederica card. As you can see, missile attack, lightning attack. So very, very good card for even, actually, you know, this sounds crazy. Actually, I would even equip this onto my Orlando for the bestow effect. And if Frederica or Lucia is on the team, they can get the missile attack, right? Or simply slap this bad boy on Frederica. Very nice artwork, by the way. And let's look at the units that I got. Now, pretty obviously, I got Engelbert was the additional copy. And I don't think I'm gonna really need to work on him. I think I'm just gonna ignore him. But here we go. Dun, 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 dun. We got Lucia. Lucia is finally home. And Lucia now is at 70 shards, so with the 40 in the shop, I can get 110. For the rest of the week, I should be easily get another 10 shards, so that will put her at limit break 2. Remember, the advice is never ever awaken units until you are at least at limit break 3. So given the circumstance of the fact that I am very limited in number of resources, I have to make a decision here. But the update is I did get Ziza today, actually, to limit break 5. And now I have to do this because I really want the Trustmaster is really good for pretty much any unit that's AP hungry. I think my Orlando is pretty AP hungry, so this will make a really good item for him in the time being until I can get Venera on this account. I don't have Venera, surprisingly. I mean, I got really good luck on this account, but no Venera. Miranda was the unit that I really wanted to build because she was already at limit break 3. So, and given the fact that I can buy more shards right now to make her a little bit better or stronger or whatever, is something that's very tempting to me. But again, I'm very short. So this is my current roster that I'm deciding to kind of work on. Definitely going to finish her off, but then I have to make decisions on these 3, of course. Now Lucia has joined that team, and we'll just go ahead and add her there. There we go. We'll just go ahead and add her, and then kind of make a decision which unit I want to work on. So I don't know, a lot of tough choices. First world problems, I get it. It is what it is. Now let's next move on to the next topic at hand. This I feel like is actually really good. People are telling me that when you buy the tickets, it's much cheaper, comparatively speaking, to spending 2,000 pay gems to get a guaranteed UR unit. You can get tons of UR units, potentially. And on top of that, since every MR is guaranteed, you can get really obviously increase in counts of the spheres, and of course you get all these other goodies. I've actually gotten rainbow spheres off of this too. And so overall, this is definitely a good deal, even for free to play and spenders. So yeah, definitely a really good deal. And I'm going to be buying those tickets probably in the future before the event ends. I didn't buy those tickets during the last week's event, so that's a bit unfortunate. But at least we got another shot at these, so I'm going to buy all of these. And then perhaps in the next several days, I will do a summons videos. And since I don't need my phone for that because they're tickets, I should be able to make a nice coverage. As promised, I did want to cover the Platinum Helm situation using paid gems. The way I look at it is this. If you're a spender, you should be able to budget how much you're spending per week, per month, whatever. And ideally, it really should be depending on how much you make as your yearly salary, whatever. My only suggestion is please, if you're living on paycheck to paycheck, or whatever the case is, you don't need to spend money on something like this. Unless it's something you really love, right? Eating probably should be a priority. Rent and all that good stuff should be priorities. For me, I have a lot of stuff to fall back on. So for me, I think spending a little bit here and there really means that I'm shifting my focus from perhaps buying lots of toys to, spending a little bit on this game. And for me, that's okay, because I have a budget set aside every month in terms of extra spendings on stuff that I love. And since the pandemic's occurred, I haven't really bought too many items online because of, the fear that you're getting items that are not going to be clean, etc., etc. The majority of my items actually come from China because third-party transformers are, generally speaking, really well made in China. Ironic, isn't it? It is, but nevertheless, I think spending on this game for me is worth it because it's something I really enjoy doing. But to be more specific, Platinum Helm 3, I think the Platinum Helm is not really something that is quote-unquote a necessity because we have other armors that does this job. But that being said, not every unit in this game can wear helmets. So that's something to really take into consideration. Personally, for 4,000 gems, you can buy a +5, right? If they give this to us every single time Ray comes around. I think the Alexandrite ring is definitely worth getting. A +5 Alexandrite ring will make a humongous impact in your account because you can just slap that thing on any unit and it'll be really good and very impactful. Helm, a little bit more restricted, and I'm not sure for me is worth it. And if you think about it, 5,000 pay gems is $80. So therefore, 4,000 pay gems is what? 80% of, so about what, $48? No, what am I saying? 80% is so it'll be $60 something. To many people, $60 a month perhaps isn't really big of a deal, right? I think most people can afford that. Even if you're working, say, minimum wage, I don't really think that's a humongous crunch on your budget. But nevertheless, I can't really say that because I'm not in each individual's shoes, so I don't know what each individual's background is. But personally, I feel like $60 is okay. And since it's so impactful on your account by buying some of these items, it may be worth it to people. Another perspective to think about is 2,000 pay gems gives you one guaranteed UR unit most of the time, outside of events like today's. I mean, one unit in this game without being built or just 40 shards of it is not really impactful, let alone 2,000 page gems, right? So for me, I think equipment vision cards are going to be more impactful in your account than simply just dumping it on units. And the reason I did mine was because I really wanted vision cards, and Two-Headed Dragon was a pretty good addition. I was actually looking for a Ramu, but that's okay. Now that I have Two-Headed Dragon, at least maybe I can do a little bit harder now on the rating in the future. I think overall though, I think it's important to understand that for me, spending is okay. And I think for those of you out there who are spending and also supporting this channel, this is a really reason why I decided to make this part of my content on this channel. And please, let me know what you guys think, because I value your opinions a lot, even if they're good or bad. It doesn't really matter, because opinions always matters to me. If you guys are supportive of me covering my spenders account on this channel, please let me know in the section below. And if those of you who are opposed and just want to see complete coverage of free-to-play, let me know as well, and we'll go from there. Either way, I'll be playing this account like I've been doing regardless. And I feel like if I cover it, it just means I have to talk more and talk more about different things. But let me show you how I'm doing in terms of arena. My last night was 2,500 ranking. Of course, throughout the day, you do go down quite a bit. So I think I can climb to about 2,000. As you can see, this is my team. And by the way, I want to thank to all the viewers that have been helping me out in terms of giving me tips on what to do in arena. And I think I'm going to be improving a lot more, because I'm going to be concentrating more so on my espers and vision cards and really break them down like I've been telling people to do, but yet I haven't been doing them myself. So now I'm definitely going to be concentrating on doing that, and therefore I'm going to be concentrating on focusing on anti-slashing, anti-magic, etc, etc. And I'm going to be equipping my units each time for each match to make sure that I become successful every time. As you can see, since I've been getting those advice, I've been doing fairly well, getting 15 win streaks. And it's not that easy once you get below 10,000, I noticed. But with perseverance, dedication, and hard work, you actually become very successful in this game as long as you know exactly what you're doing. So I think in the future, I'll be covering guild battles, and I'll be covering arena on Spender's Corner as well if you guys want to see such content. By the way, I will be making some moves with guilds, and that's something I'll be talking about perhaps on Friday's Free to Free Thinking topic. Hope you guys join me for that as well. I think that's all the time for this video. I want to thank y'all for watching, and I want to thank y'all for the continuous support. Remember, time is your most valuable resource. Perhaps you should be spending your time working, making lots of cash, therefore you can buy more trinkets and goodies and waifus and husbandos in this game, so maybe you don't have to grind as hard. I think if I have the option to skip raid and buy the items with paid gems, I would do it in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? I will definitely do that. And then of course, always take care of yourself and all your loved ones. Spender Tater out. Peace.